The following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you.
What? Dude, I can hear Letty eating, dude, and drinking water,
So
man.
you just locked me up.
Why you
Can you hear
talking?
me?
Why you talking during the intro?
Just bury
Oh,
me in the ocean.
redo it. I'm sorry, but I
My
can hear Letty
ancestors that jumped
drinking
from
water.
ships. They knew death.
Nobody's paying my
It's
dog
better.
no mind. They're listening to Killmonger right now, and you talking.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blind. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, that's
No,
how
no,
it
no,
works.
please, Mr.
Let's
Stark,
have it.
you don't understand. Please, this is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
So Oz, let me ask you, what is your favorite animated DC or Marvel movie of all time?
Oh man, that's a good question. Of all time, DC or Marvel, animated or just regular movie of all time. That's deep.
And let me tell you why. Shout out to movie man Miggs from Defy Life. He put up a picture on Facebook of Batman Mask of Phantasm.
Oh
And
yeah, that's a
he
good
said
one.
that's the greatest animated movie of all time. I said I don't know. I said it's top 5, but I don't know if it's the best.
Yeah, you know, I respect due. I will say that the Mask of the Phantasm is a classic.
Great movie.
Is a classic Batman, classic. Sorry, I apologize. Classic movie. I don't think it's reaching that category, man. I feel like kind of. Look, man. Hey, if there was more fight scenes, if there were better fight scenes, like the way they should have did it, Black Panther would go down in history, dude. On some real. That's on some real. But you know, the fight scenes were kind of weak. Whatever, it's fine. But so that was a good one, just for you can't say of all time. So let me break it down to you, Scott. You can't say of all time because the Black Panther was a great movie for black nerds because it kind of just threw things out in the elements, man. Like said, hey, we here, the greatest like live action superhero movie, man.
Well, to be fair, he did say Batman movie.
Okay, Batman. Okay, but dude,
And I can definitively say what movie is the greatest DC or Marvel movie or animated live action of all time.
will you say? But before you say, I just want to say, can people throw out to the Twitterverse? Was Batman? Was it Death of Batman or the Bad Blood Batman? Whatever one that was, where Batman was allegedly supposed to have died, but he gets controlled by Talia. Was that bad? Because that was actually kind of dope to me, man.
Well, my movie is The Dark Knight. I mean, because let's keep it 100. Christopher Nolan killed the DC universe.
Dude,
by putting out 3 classic movies that are real gritty and as down to earth as you can make a superhero movie.
Oh, let me say, that is very true. That is beautiful what you just said. But I will also throw out there, when the Joker came, Christopher Nolan's Joker, that movie. Was that movie not amazing? Was that movie? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna say that was my favorite live action one.
That's the one I said is the best. The one.
Yeah.
My favorite is a completely.
The Dark Knight Begins.
No, that's that. The Dark Knight Begins. You mean Batman Begins?
Yeah, Batman Begins. Yeah.
No. That's a good one too, though. But my favorite is just it's on a whole nother level. It's I picked this one because it shows off why Batman is Batman and why I always pick Batman first whenever someone asks me to pick a superhero, because he's always prepared. And my favorite movie is Justice League War. And the reason is he beats the entire Justice League. I mean, he defeats the entire Justice League. And sorry, spoilers. I got to talk about it. My favorite scene in the entire movie is the end. Obviously, the good guys win, and they defeat Vandal Savage and his old crew. And so the whole Justice League is back, and they're talking about Batman. They're like,
"Whoa. Are you saying that's Justice League War or Justice League Doom?"
You're right. Justice League Doom. Thank you for correcting that. Thank you for correcting that.
Let's keep it 110.
Yeah. Thank you for correcting that.
Okay.
Uncle Oz brings the facts.
Yeah, I bring the facts because
I would have got 8 up for that.
Yeah, while you're spending the knowledge, man, Justice League War, he kind of saves and defeats all the Justice League members because, man, he takes the ring from Green Lantern in that classic scene where he says, "What's this?" And Green Lantern's like, "What? How did you get my ring?" Oh man, it's good.
No, you're right. Okay, Justice League War is good too, but you're right. Justice League Doom. I'm sorry. No. You needed to correct me because people are going to eat me up. Y'all can eat me up. Need for Marvel versus DC. Go ahead, let me know.
Do your Doom thing, man, because you actually helped me definitively make the best movie of all time. So go for it.
So, they're sitting there and they're talking. They're talking about Batman, about whether he should continue to be a Justice League member because he had these contingency plans, about how to defeat everyone. And they're like, before we kick you out, basically, Batman, what do you have to say for yourself? And Batman says, if you guys don't think that we need some type of backup plan in case one of us goes rogue, when we are the most powerful force in the universe, and especially this Earth, then you all are crazy, and I don't want to be a part of this team.
Yeah.
And so then he walks out. Superman goes and talks to him. He's like, how arrogant of you that you made a plan to defeat everyone except yourself. And Batman said, of course I had a plan. My plan is the Justice League would stop me.
Okay.
I mean, that guy is amazing. Like,
hey,
in the face of gods, those are gods. Seriously, those are gods. He stands up to them and pokes his chest out at them with no fear.
Yeah, no, those are all good. Can I?
My favorite movie, Justice League Doom, not War.
May I kindly do a little rebuttal to that?
Yes, please.
Now, I really appreciate your answer. That was very thoughtful and thought-provoking, but I would like to bring out this. You would say that when he goes, my contingency plan is you. This is why in Titans, Dick Grayson, Robin has a problem with Batman. This is why eventually everybody has a problem with Batman. Dude is a human, but he has You know what his superpower is? His super ego. If he said the Justice League is his contingency plan, what about the Batman who laughs? Huh? What about that cat? He killed all the Justice League, dude. The Joker had a plan, got him infected, and he killed all the Justice League and all of his closest members too. So let me just bring this to you, dude. Batman. I love Batman. You know, Batman is the quintessential of who you could be if you really used your mind and your body to its fullest potential. That's why everybody loves Batman. It's who you could. It's always that search beyond for that. But let me tell you about this. That dude is an egomaniac, man. You know,
you gotta be. You have to be to some extent to be to stand among them.
Right, but see, here's my problem with all that stuff. Him and people never want to say it. People don't want to say it because people are like they're scared to say it, or it's like it's not cool to say it. But Batman is nothing but Lex Luthor's polar opposite, and that's it.
No, I disagree completely. Batman is well more versed in martial arts. Well more versed.
And you know, I'm not even talking about on the physical tip, dude. I'm talking about on just the manipulative, like egomaniac.
I think Batman is a bit better at planning ahead. His plans don't seem to fail as much as Lex Luthor's.
And let me tell you something, but here's the thing. This is why I say they're the polar opposites. While Lex Luthor is jealous of all these metahumans, Batman just sees them as weapons, and I really wonder if he really sees them as humans. Because I want to bring up a point to you. I'm probably going to get it wrong. All the Twitter folks, please correct me. But in that Rebirth, comic that I'm reading of Justice League, there is this worldwide catastrophe, and that new Superman comes in, and he's still he's being Superman, and Batman's just like on his intercom talking to everybody, and he's like, where's Superman? He goes like, where's Superman? And Wonder Woman was like, he's like saving multiple people in multiple countries, not states and counties, but multiple countries. And Batman goes in a period without any exclamation point, without any forethought, dude. You can just see it in his face. He just goes, good. He's doing what he's being helpful. He's always clocking his people, dude. He may say you're my teammate, you're my friend, quote unquote, but he's always clocking his teammates.
I feel like on the low, you're kind of saying Batman is the ultimate villain. God. But before we get too deep into that, allow me to set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel versus DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here with my co-host, the mighty Ozzy Killmonger. Ozzy, say what's up.
What up, everybody? What up? How's everybody doing?
Yes.
And let me just say this to you all. It is the mighty Ozzy Killmonger, also known as the Mighty Oz.
Yep. He's been running with that for a while, so it's
Hey, yo, give me that just for this maybe one more show, okay? I kind of like that.
All right, that could be your name. That's cool. Oh, hey, so just by the way, the episode picture, because I use a different picture for every episode. Guess who's on the whose face I used?
Oh no! What's up?
Dick Grayson.
Yeah, dude, this guy, man. Because man, I'm telling you, hey, we have a lot to cover in a short amount of time. But come on, Scott, be truthful. You're liking that Titans, ain't you?
All right. Let's just let me just go ahead and get into that real quick before I only got like a couple things in news tidbits. So let me just go on this little bit. Titans,
just say it, man.
Titans might be the best TV series I have ever watched. And I am partial. Now, look, I will 100% say that is a biased answer. It is not the best show I've ever watched, but it might be my favorite show I have ever watched. Dick Grayson is unfreaking believable.
Oh, hey, Scott, I don't want to cut you off because I'm not trying to be rude, and it's we're taping, and I want to always be respectful. But like I said, Dick Grayson ain't a dick. He's cool, and that cat has a presence. Like if you saw that cat walking down the street, like him being a police officer, a detective, or him just being a normal cat, you'd be like, yeah, I ain't gonna fuck with that dude, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, like, and I said on a couple. I think he was the last show or the show before. Might have been the show before. I can't remember. And I said he was a little too much of a pretty boy. I take that back. Let me tell you something. This dude is now the embodiment of the live action Dick Grayson.
Absolutely.
This TV series right here, and I'm only 7 episodes in because that's all they've released so far as of recording this podcast. This TV series, to me, this should have been what the reboot of the DC Extended Universe live action should have been. Because I'm just going to go out on a limb right now and say at the end of this that Nightwing, he will become Nightwing.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
The seeds are being planted all over the place for him to grow out of the Robin costume. So he's going to become Nightwing, and he's going to go do his own thing. If this was the movie verse, he would go on to his own movie. Titans would be like how they tried to do with the Justice League, bring everyone together at once. You could have did this with the Titans, this same storyline in a movie. You know what I mean? And then you bring in Cyborg at the end. He's the new, Starfire's your actually not Cyborg. Starfire's your leader for right now with Dick Grayson gone. You bring in Cyborg. He's the new guy. He'll end up becoming a leader. And then, you can even throw in an Aqualad, but hey, I want to say you could throw in
too.
Aqualad, Doom Patrol. This show, Jason Todd, the seeds of all. You got your Red Hood. Like this show is amazing. I cannot talk enough about this show.
Let me say something, okay? And I'm not trying to be a Dick Grayson. Did I not tell you that show was awesome? And also, let me tell you one more thing, too. When you watch that show and his attitude towards Batman, don't you want to just go, man, I really want to see what you were like when you were the little kid Robin doing your thing.
I like this.
No. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The show just made me just go, wow, I want to know who you are more, dude. It was good. I mentioned it to you earlier, like maybe a couple of days ago. Yo, don't you love the fact that they have those huge, like, indestructible suitcases with their suits in it? That's what you're supposed to have, dude.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. With the, I do like that. Jason Todd was really good, actually. I like Jason Todd. Like I don't know if he was supposed to come off like that, but I like Jason Todd.
No, he's the Jason Todd. He's cocky, and he's like going, dude, bro, you don't love this gig? This is dope.
But to be fair, he was excited to meet Dick Grayson. Like he was genuine. He looked genuinely excited.
Yeah, but Pete, check it out. This is the thing, and I'm not trying to do a spoiler alert. Sorry, ayo, people. I'm sorry. Folks.
We talking spoilers. Sorry, guys. Titan spoilers.
Yeah, Twitterverse. Chime in. But hey, the point of all that was, do you know why Dick was getting kind of like shaky? Not really shaky, but just kind of like weirded out by Robin, because he was that same hype kid being around Batman when he was little Robin. And then he sees that in Jason. He's like, "You're just gonna wind up being disappointed, dude."
See, no, that's where that's where I disagree, because I don't think Dick Grayson ever went off on no police officers like Jason Todd did.
Oh, dude, no, not even that part. But do you not know when, but when Jason Todd, I'm talking about that one conversation where he goes, where Jason Todd literally says, "You don't like doing this, dude? This is the best gig. This is cool." And Dick Grayson knows. He's like, "Yeah, I used to think it was cool until," but he's staying true to Jason Todd. Jason Todd had anger issues, and that's why Batman brought him in, because he was like, "Man, I can mold this kid." Every person that Batman brings in some way, people chime in, but every person that Batman brings in as a Robin is somehow a part of his psyche that he wants to heal. Literally. You know?
I mean, go ahead.
You know?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, because like every piece of it, like Dick Grayson is like who he could have been if he was that kind of like just if he could have used his body and mind as one. Tim Drake is who he would have been if he could have used his mind, because Tim Drake's like the ultimate detective. Jihad is the angry cat that he wanted to control and curb, you know?
So I guess we're back on this Batman is the ultimate villain thing.
Dude, you know, I want to tell you something. Mark Millar, probably, he did a really good, this is Image, take a knee for Marvel or DC or Image. He did a series called Nemesis, maybe almost a decade ago. Yeah, it was a while ago. But he did a series called Nemesis. No, you know what? Maybe it was no, that's probably a decade ago. Where there was this villain, and he was a billionaire. He was super smart, but he wore all white. And he actually was hunting detectives. Like, if there was a detective who was really good at his job, at hunting criminals, he would make it his job to destroy that detective. And he did some really fucked up shit to some people, dude. Like, really bad. And this is like, he would search detectives around the world. So that Nemesis character was sort of like Batman unhinged. And then they just said, fuck it. And they went full out and did Batman killing his people and stuff. And the Batman who laughs, who gets injected with the Joker serum. Spoiler alert again, but y'all should be up on that, though.
So you just dropping all kinds of spoilers, huh? So now we just have to label this episode title spoiler.
Dude, we should label this. No, we should label this episode like kimchi or something spoiled, because there are a lot of spoilers dropping right now.
Well, let me, because I kind of want to get back into the Titans thing a little bit deeper, because I got a few more questions. Let me get to the news tidbits I got. Venom has passed Wonder Woman and the original Spider-Man in the all-time box office.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess we're not getting Venom in the Marvelverse, but does that mean, are we going to lose Spider-Man from the Marvelverse? And I mean, if they got Venom doing this well, they're probably like, well, let's get Spider-Man back and bring him into the mold.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It feels like there's. Why don't we all just start thinking of Venom as the same anomaly as Deadpool? Within the verse, but not in the verse, you know? And so that's an easy thing for everybody to do, for the movie executives to do, so they can still do their kid-friendly stuff, but still do their raunchy, crazy stuff, which might be an easy way, if they were smart, to start doing some of the... Marvel did a series called Max, which was like the Punisher, Luke Cage, but it was like, and Jessica Jones, where they kind of introduced that whole Purple Man craziness, where it was kind of raunchy and raw, and that's an easy way for them to do that, you know.
Yeah, but will they do that? Probably not, right?
No, they wouldn't. But man, if there was someone that was like, if there's an executive that had a brain that wanted to make some money, that'd be an easy way to make some money. Can you imagine a one-hitter, well-written of a Power Man and Iron Fist storyline? You know what I'm saying?
No, because it's laid out in front of them. It's too easy for them. They wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, there's just so much potential. Like did they really do a good shooter story, or Get Down? You know. But anyway, so so
yeah. All right. Well, here's a couple Twitter polls. Who do you think is the greatest member of the Justice League? The options were Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, or other.
Other. No, I'm just
Who
kidding.
do you think
Come on,
won?
man. Man, dude.
Okay, who do you
I feel
think? Okay, right. Who do you think came in second? Which option do you think came in second?
Let me say this. I'm feeling like sad and upset, and I just want to say it out loud because I feel like this is going to turn into the Batman episode.
That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like. It wasn't supposed to, just like the Justice League one wasn't supposed to happen that way, but it did.
Man, dude. Listen.
I got to do a better job of keeping the show on track.
Hey, let me tell you something, dude. Let me tell you something. You can laugh all you want, but there's some serious stuff we need to talk about. Right now, Christian Bale is going, is someone talking about me? I thought that was weird, you know? Come on, man.
He's not thinking about Batman.
Michael Keaton is going, someone's mentioning Batman. This is weird. Come on, man. Adam West. Come on. Dude.
All right, whatever. So who do you think came in second? Wonder Woman, Superman, or other?
Well, I feel like they went Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
They went Batman, Wonder Woman,
whoa,
other,
whoa,
and then Superman. Yep. That's how that went. Throwing you for a curveball, huh?
So, in the grand scheme of things, if the fight came down, Superman would beat other, which would be
everyone
member.
Else.
Scott, we're talking about every member of the Justice Society of America, every Justice League of America, every member of the Justice League International.
Nobody's feeling Superman. Oh, by the way, Henry Cavill gave up Superman to play one of the guys from the Witcher game or something on Netflix.
Oh no! It was
right.
The Witcher, right? For that video game,
yeah,
right?
The Witcher. Yeah, I liked Henry Cavill as Superman. Actually, I didn't mind this movie. Yeah.
What's wrong with that boy?
No, that dude. Look, I'm not going through this no more. I'm not being put through none of this nonsense no more.
Yo, regular Scott, listen to me, dude.
He's done with it.
Hear me now. That was his out, dude. So there's an old story, just kind of related. Sorry to go on a tangent, but there's an old story of I think Johnny Depp back in the day of 21 Jump Street when he wanted to get out of that contract for the TV show because he wanted to start making movies. When he did Crybaby, he's like, man, I'm tired of this TV show and being a heartthrob. So apparently he would wear a towel around his head as a turban until the last second. They were like, we have to shoot or else we're going into super overtime or something crazy. So that was his way of getting out, so everybody does an out, dude,
Well, I guess that's his.
Martin Lawrence was walking down the highway naked. Everybody was out, dude, so.
Martin Lawrence. I didn't think you'd bring that reference up.
Dude, I'm old, man. I got nothing but old references.
Hey, there's a Bad Boys 3 coming out.
Oh, please. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Hey, I'm probably going to see it, though.
So let me get this straight.
Hey, but they haven't even asked Gabby to be back in it yet.
No, it's okay.
Gabby to be in it?
Because they decided to put Will Smith's son in it to replace Gabby, and so I'm just like, come on, man, this is ridiculous, dude.
Come on, stop it. Gabby's got to be in it. Leave Jaden alone. Jaden about to do another Karate Kid.
That's cool, man. It's cool, but can we be truthful and not be hurtful? Because of course, lawsuits are going to happen because no one's listening to the show. I get it.
Everyone's
but
listening
dude,
to it. We're so popular.
but here it goes. Shouldn't it really be bad men? Because you're not boys anymore. No. You kind of
nah, they are bad boys for life. You got to get to number 4 too, so you can have the title be Bad Boys for Life.
True, but they're kind of like bad boys who get AARP pretty soon. You know what I'm saying, dude? Okay.
Well, maybe it'll be like their sons. Maybe we'll have like Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman be the new bad boys.
Man, dude,
I couldn't think of another young black actor.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think of one too.
Oh, Donald, maybe Donald Glover.
Donald
Lando.
Glover. Donald Glover. Oh, Don. The Don. All right, moving on.
Here's another Twitter poll. Who is the best leader the X-Men ever had? The choices were Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, or Professor X. Who do you think won?
Oh, man, well, dude, hey, if anybody, I'm not trying to be hateful. I really am. It's just that I've had some beers. I'm just trying to really be cool. But if Professor X did not come in number 1, we got some problems.
Who do you think won?
Professor X, Storm, Wolverine.
Professor X, Wolverine, Storm.
What the fuck?
Professor X won. That's what you said. You said he should win. He won.
Scott, do you understand that people chose Wolverine over Storm?
And Cyclops.
Yeah, dude.
Storm and Cyclops got the same amount of votes. So they both came in last.
Wow. You know what?
Wolverine only lost to Professor X by 1 vote, I think.
I think can people please hit us up on Twitter about this Twinker now that I'm kind of upset about it. Look, dude, here, people forget some nuanced stuff. I know people are always like, Storm's seen and she's like in that I'm a goddess, that kind of voice. Storm could literally be half a mile away from Wolverine, cause the worst hurricane, blizzard, tsunami, hailstorm that any person has ever seen in a small radius and immobilize that cat while hitting him with lightning. And then, for shields, throwing his ass up in the air about half a mile through a wind gust without him even being able to touch her.
Hey, look, don't get upset with me. I just put the poll up. You know? I voted for Professor X, so.
Regular Scott, dude, of course, always love, never upset with you. But
hey, I voted for Professor
X. I want people to know this. While Professor X is going, that's cool, Storm, that you did that from half a mile, maybe a mile away. But I'm here in France, and I got y'all under a trance.
While I'm cooking eggs.
While I'm making eggs, chilling on the beach.
All right, so you're not happy with that result. That's fine.
No, that's silly, man. That is a result of
silly. Are you calling our audience silly?
Never, dude. Our audience is the best audience that's around, actually.
Okay.
The most, at least the most intelligent audience.
I mean, because 100% Hugh Jackman voted in this poll, and you know he voted for Wolverine. Now you're gonna make him upset.
Huge Aspen. It's okay. So.
Oh man. All right. In my last Twitter poll, you're gonna love this one. Hey, look, you are gonna love this one.
Oh wait, hold on. Hey, time out. All jokes aside, let me sit down and take a breather because I know I got to get myself prepared for this. Go for it. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
You remember when we had our X-Men episode and we picked our lineups?
Here we go. Yeah.
I went ahead and put our lineups on Twitter. And,
why'd you do that, dude?
I just want to say one thing real quick. Your boy Regular Scott is undefeated in Twitter polls. I'm just throwing that out there as number one thing. So, yeah. So let's just go over the lineups real quick. Oz, you had Iceman, Rogue, Scott Summers, Phoenix Force.
Yeah.
Nathan Summers.
Killing it.
Emma Frost.
Crushing people. Killing. Diamond Emma.
V's had Storm, Jean Grey, Beast, Quicksilver, and Nightcrawler. Shout out to V's.
Oh, almighty shout out to V's. But I'm still crushing that lineup, though.
And your boy Regular Scott had Bishop, Colossus, Phoenix Force, Professor X, Magneto, and Wolverine. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you, Regular Scott definitely won that by more than double everyone else. And in a twist that I don't think I even saw coming, V's edges Mighty Oz in the lineups. See, here's where I think you went wrong. I don't think anyone knows who Nathan Summers is enough to really be like, yeah. And I don't think anyone who doesn't read or has seen the cartoon is going to give Rogue a lot of respect.
Let me just say this. That was very, thank you for saying that, Regular Scott, because that's something to think about. But as of right now, I don't feel good. I'm quitting the show. Okay, so I'm good. So okay. So
oh man, I definitely, I wanted to go with some name value people, and you guys decided to pick some randoms at the beginning, so it led me. I mean, Colossus was my last pick.
You know what, man? So here's the problem right here. The next Twitter poll, hear me out. See, Regular Scott is just laughing at me like I'm just like something to be laughed at. Something to be ridiculed. If Regular Scott wins the next Twitter poll, everyone, just throwing this out there, we got to do something special, man. Okay.
We got to do something special.
Yeah, because I need to crush this, dude. These, where you at, dude? We have to fix this because this is. I'm standing by my thing. If people go research who X. Who
here we go. No, you had your opportunity to try to win them over. Don't try and win them over now. Don't try and win them over. And look, and I'll even help you out. You should have said Emma Frost because she had the Phoenix Force too.
What? I did say Emma Frost.
No. You should have said Emma Frost, Phoenix Force.
Whatever. A Regular Scott. People, please help me out. Please.
I mean, dude, you lost to Beast.
God, dude, man, this is
like, how did a team with Beast beat you? And you have both the Summers.
Yeah, dude, with Phoenix Force, dude, literally every Phoenix Force. There's so much Phoenix Force. Everybody's getting burnt up.
And look, all these really has is Jean Grey and Storm. If we're being honest,
God.
Like Beast, Quicksilver, and Nightcrawler would probably get taken out pretty quickly.
Man, and then you had to go. You had to go out and throw in like Phoenix Force Colossus. Phoenix Force Colossus. Everybody is just like Phoenix. It's like Juggernaut Colossus. It's bullshit.
Look, it most definitely is. He's way too overpowered. But if you were going to take Scott Summers' Phoenix Force, I needed a counter.
Well, here's my new pick. My new pick is.
Oh, he's got a new pick.
Phoenix Force Colossus.
I already got Colossus.
Oh no! Here, let me help you. Let me help you out. Phoenix Force Colossus mixed with Phoenix Force Colossus. Mixed with Juggernaut Colossus, mixed with Underworld Colossus, mixed with regular Colossus.
Are you splicing characters?
Mixed with Zombie Colossus, mixed with I'm like, you know what I'm saying, man? It's all garbage Colossus. What you doing, dude? Mixed with World Breaker Colossus. I'm like, come on, man.
To be honest, with the advantage I had in the poll, I feel like I could have picked anybody in that 5th spot, and I still would have won.
Dude, you, truthfully, your lineup is awesome. It was great, dude. You know, but I'm just saying, man, X-Men, that Nathan Storm X-Man,
hey, look,
he's terrible, dude.
I can't wait till V's is back on the show because I am 100% going to break this up and be like, hey, V's, your boy Beast took out a Phoenix Force character.
Well, no, man, he's going to be talking about it for like days, man.
He's going to break it. Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait till he comes back. All right, so here we go. We're back in the topic. So we're back to some of our favorite movies, animated, live action. We're just kind of freeballing it, you know? We're just having a conversation today.
Freeballing.
I don't have no notes. Nothing planned. This is really a free ball. What you think about that, Oz? We freestyling out here.
If this was a Tom Petty song, it'd be free balling.
All right, dude. You don't do that to Tom Petty.
Hey, man, rest in peace, Tom Petty.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Tom Petty, because I love some Tom Petty.
You don't do that to Tom Petty.
You belong among the wildflowers.
Better than that. All right, so let's get back to some of our favorite movies. Let's talk about some of our favorite scenes. If we're talking favorite scenes, we're probably going to end up going a lot to the live action. Honestly, one of my favorite scenes, if we're just going to start plucking them out the air, I loved Avengers Infinity War when Black Panther and Shuri are working together and they're closing and opening different parts of their shield. They got up. So they open up a little small part in the back, and then see the whole army running. And here you go, Black Panther and Captain America just pulling ahead of everyone. I'm talking just pulling ahead, going making sure they're the first ones into the battle. That's how you lead.
Well. Also, do you know that's a little allude to when the first time Captain America met Sam when they were young. It's just those two are so naturally enhanced that they would just naturally be in front of everyone.
Yeah, but I also think they do that on purpose too. They know they could slow down if they wanted to. They want to be the first ones out there.
Well, and also I would just say that they're naturally inclined to be like out in the front because that's just like they are the strongest ones. Yeah.
And you were talking about the knight the other day that had the sword and he was on the Pegasus horse and he had the suit of armor and you were like, you'd be a superhero if you had all that.
Oh yeah.
If I had a Black Panther suit, I'd probably be a superhero too. So.
Nah.
Dude, his suit absorbs everything.
Right, but think about this.
Like it absorbs everything it gets hit with. Like he has no weaknesses.
Okay, so here's a good thing about that. So they had is it American Superpowers? No, it's maybe it's Superpowers. Anyway, there's an old Image comic, like a while ago, at least 15 plus years ago, where they had these guys and women, gals who had superpowers, and some of them used their superpowers because they learned how to nurture them. Some were just like, what? And this one dude had invulnerability, but he couldn't he was just a normal person, but he was invulnerable. So he couldn't fly or anything like that. And so people would punch him or hit him and usually literally use him as a punching bag. Because he wasn't super strong. So think about this. You're in a Black Panther suit. You're just absorbing all this kinetic energy. You can release it, but at a certain point, people will figure out what to do with you. You have to have the skills and training to be part of that. You have to. You just have to.
I mean, that dude's got vibranium claws. I mean, I'm not just going to stand there.
Right, but then
And
people are like, okay.
and I get the herb, so I get the super enhanced abilities.
Well, no. You just said anybody, any regular person in the suit. You don't get the herbs.
Okay, you know what? I don't even need the herb, Kyle. First of all, I ain't even fighting in that battle.
Okay, but so you saw what happened when Killmonger threw that bazooka blast, the rocket launcher, the RPG at Black Panther, and how it like literally took him out for a while. What would it do to you not being enhanced, having to absorb? Because here's the thing about that.
I would have dodged it. So I wouldn't have even had to worry about that. I would have moved.
Son, you're not enhanced.
I wasn't. I wouldn't have got entranced by any necklace on anybody, so I would have ducked.
Dude.
I'm just saying. You know, you asked. I had an answer.
Yeah, I know. And you're wrong, but it's fine.
And you're wrong. You're wrong. Yeah, whatever, dude. Look, all right. So, let's stay in the Marvelverse for a little bit.
Okay. Hold up, son. You didn't ask what my favorite scene was.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite scene?
Always in the Marvelverse. If we're talking about the Marvelverse.
No, because I was going to the Marvelverse, and I always ask you a question first. So that's what I would have asked you. But since you wanted to jump the gun, let's not ask that question. I'm going to change the question right now. So, in the DC universe, no, actually, we'll stay in the Marvelverse. In the Marvelverse, what fight scene disappointed you the most?
You didn't even. Look, here's the thing. You didn't. What was my favorite fight scene?
I know, and you don't get to answer that right now. That's what happens when you jump the gun. Okay. I don't need a script for you to jump my gun. You don't even know what I have planned, and you jumped it.
Okay, well here, since you're being a jerk, check this out. right here, back at you. Make it full circle on you, regular Sky.
Come on.
Black Panther ending fight scene. Lame.
Yeah, that was pretty weak.
Dude, don't you know how terrible that was?
It was really bad.
I was like, come on, brothers. If y'all needed another extra $1 million for that fight scene, y'all could have asked.
I don't. To be honest with you, I don't even know why they had it.
Here, hey, regular Scott, think about this. Tell me what happened in that fight scene. I don't even remember it.
I know he got stabbed.
There was a train and a knife.
I think if Black Panther had you said it earlier. If Black Panther had like a couple more fight scenes, man, we'd be talking about that movie as the GOAT.
Like legendary, dude. Legendary.
It'd be the GOAT. If it had if it had a Captain America Winter Soldier-esque hand-to-hand scene, we'd be talking about the GOAT.
Listen to me. If they had a Captain America elevator scene.
Oh. Hey, man. You know what? I've been hearing a lot of people talking about what the best Marvel movie is. Captain America Winter Soldier is the best Marvel movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm a gritty guy, so that's the type of movie I want. And I don't think there's a movie I can watch that movie anytime, anywhere.
And by the way, that movie to me is a movie that I don't watch in segments, because there's some movies that I watch in segments that like look over again for like a nice fight scene, good dialogue, that kind of thing. I watch that movie in its entirety all the time.
Well, once you start it, no matter where you pick it up at, you're gonna finish it.
Dude, and also there's every piece of it is awesome, dude.
There's no wasted scenes. They all kind of mean, and I know it's got its flaws. You know, it's not a perfect movie, but that movie, man, like it just does so much right by Captain America.
Oh, it's brilliant, dude.
I think that movie is the movie that really kind of established Chris Evans as this, like, all right, he's here. Like, this is our guy. He was like that in the Avengers. Like, he was a great leader. But I think Winter Soldier kind of showed him in that that kind of that grittier side, that edgier side, that, all right, if I need to bend the rules a little bit, be a little more ruthless, I can do that too.
He was just amazing.
He was great, man. The elevator scene, like you said, this guy, does anyone want to get off before we start? You know what I mean? You know, just the hand-to-hand with Winter Soldier in the street, and how Black Widow, you never see her lose her cool, is freaking out over this guy. So you know he's a problem. Yeah. And then you find, you know, then it's Bucky, and that's a whole other part of the story that just is really well done.
Well, here's the thing, and you also have Sam Wilson, who is like risking his life for this guy who he just met, dude.
Well, to be fair, it is Captain America.
Yeah, but he still
it's
still
Cap,
risking,
though.
He throw it out there. I want to throw that he's risking his life for this person who he just met, and Captain America's going, this dude is risking his life for me. That's the makings of our friendship right there. Through battle, through tears, through blood. It's awesome.
Well, that's how Cap knows how to make friends, is through battle, through war. And Sam kind of was saying he's the same way. That's why he hangs out at the VA so much and does all that work he does there.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
It's really good. That's you know, that my top 5 would probably be that Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, the first Iron Man.
Oh no.
Civil War, and probably Avengers: Infinity War. The first Iron Man is great. The first Iron Man is great. That is a great movie, a classic.
Yeah, the ending is a little terrible.
No, the ending's great. That is such a Tony Stark thing. That is right on cue. He's got these cards he's supposed to read, and he just throws them out and is like, yo, I'm Iron Man. Iron Man 2 started off great.
The only thing they did right was lose Terrence Howard.
I didn't mind Terrence Howard. He was all right.
Oh, man, that guy, dude. Don Cheadle, all day, all the way.
Don Cheadle is good. You don't like the first Iron Man?
There's some aspects.
Great. Okay, you gotta explain a little bit. Like what is it lacking? Oh no, here we go. What movies do you have ahead of that? I'm curious to know what Marvel movies you like better than that.
Oh, well, easily, like we said, dude, Captain America Winter Soldier is just, like, amazing.
Okay, that's one. What else? I mean, the way you're talking, this isn't even in your top 10.
I'll seriously tell you, I think Doctor Strange is better than Iron Man.
Oh, Doctor Strange is just the same old origin story. That Doctor Strange is the 2018 Iron Man. That's all it is. That's all it is. Which is trippier special effects. It's the same character.
Nah, Strange ain't wearing no suit, but he's got an awesome amulet though.
Which pretty much is a suit. So come on, man. He's got a suit. It's just a different suit. I mean, but I'm not saying Doctor Strange is bad, and I understand that. Some people really like that movie. It was the same thing for me. Like you knew how that story was gonna go.
Yeah, I guess, man.
It was predictable. That doesn't mean it was bad. It was just predictable. You didn't know what to expect with Iron Man.
Huh?
With Iron Man, the first Iron Man,
you didn't know that he was gonna fight a bad guy. You didn't know that you did
not know that Iron Man was gonna have his heart. You didn't know how comic accurate or how much they were gonna take because you didn't. Go ahead.
Regular Scott, you didn't know.
No, you didn't. Like you didn't. Nobody knew that at the time. Come on.
I feel like everybody knew that bald Jeff Bridges was going to wind up being a bad dude.
Well, that's because they showed that in the trailer. Of course they
did. Dude.
Yeah, but okay, but the whole. Let me tell you something. Every single Marvel movie has taken the template from Iron Man, except for the Guardians of the Galaxy
And Deadpool.
Good point. That's a good point. And Deadpool. But that's 2 movies. Every other movie has taken the template from Iron Man. Iron Man's a great movie. I can't believe you don't think so. That really bugs me.
Hey, can you throw it out there to the Twitter world? I like to get everybody's opinion on this.
Hey, yeah, y'all let us know. Is Iron Man a great movie? That is going to be a Twitter poll I'm putting up. I expect to win another one.
Hey, everybody, listeners, please do.
It's going to be a simple yes or no. Is Iron Man a
please
great
do
movie?
our show, and please do young regular Scott a favor and make sure he loses this one.
And look, it's going to be overrated and great movie. Those are going to be the 2 options: overrated or a great movie.
Okay.
And I think it's a great movie. Clearly, you think it's overrated.
It set the tone for the Marvel for releasing Marvel movies, but come on, man, come on.
It's definitely in my top 5.
Man, Winter Soldier killed it, dude.
Slaughtered. But I never said it was better than Winter Soldier. I just said Iron Man was in my top 5.
I don't know. I thought earlier you said it was like one of the best movies.
I did say it was one of the best movies. I didn't say it was the best movie. I said before that Winter Soldier was the best Marvel movie, and then I went into my top 5.
Moving on. Let's see. Moving on.
All right. Yeah, I'll just win that poll too. So let's jump to the DC universe while we're talking
y'all
about
need to speak on it with the poll, though.
While we're talking about some live action movies, we don't really have a lot to go by from DC except for Batman and Superman. So this is going to be real quick. And then we're going to jump to the animated where it gets real good. Let's do it this way. Actually, here's a proclamation. Batman vs. Superman is an underrated movie. And in about 10 to 20 years, will be looked at the same way that Blade Runner is today.
10 to 20 years, it'll be looked at the same way Blade is looked at today, as in like a classic movie that didn't get its props like it should have.
I'll take that too, because I think Batman. Now it's not a great movie, and it should have been a great movie, and it should have been the Snyder cut that got released, the Ultimate Edition. I think that proved how much better of a movie, even if it had its flaws to begin with. If Zack Snyder would have just been given full control and given the reins to do his vision, his length, let him do what he wants. Same thing with The Watchmen too, if you be honest with you. But you gotta let that man's vision. Let that man do it. Let him go. Like he knows what he's doing. And the Ultimate Edition is
here's
great.
Here's the thing.
It's not great. I'm sorry. Let me not say that on record. It's good. It's not great.
Yeah, well, let me not interrupt you. Let me just say this: how crazy and ridiculous that these movie executives would release that garbage when all they had to do was release the ultimate, like you said, his vision. It was a fluid, coherent movie. What they released to the theaters made people mad because it's like, what is this dumbness?
And they did it again with Justice League. They instead of releasing the Zack Snyder edition, they brought in Joss Whedon for some reason. I like the DC universe because it's completely different from Marvel. I don't want the Marvel touch on it. Like the entire thing with that family at the end being chased by the whatever it was, that was all Joss Whedon. All Joss Whedon. That Zack Snyder did not have that in the movie.
Well, once again,
I hate it.
Well, no. Once again, that is movie executives going, this is what's going to make money because this is what the audience wants to see, as opposed to just going, make a good movie. If you don't know what you're doing, trust people who know what they're doing.
And then you got if you notice, there's a scene where Batman snaps one of the parademons' arms off and starts using the gun, the exact same way Captain America did in Marvel. First of all, if you're gonna have Batman use a gun, let Zack Snyder do it the way he was gonna do it, which he was gonna have him use a really, really big gun and take out a whole horde of them, except for him standing on the side of a cliff with a little pistol alien gun shooting one at a time, looking lost.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you got this dude just standing on the sideline. Like, he's not fighting Doomsday. He's fighting the parademons. He should be okay. Like, I don't have a problem with him sitting on the sidelines when Doomsday running rampant. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with him sitting on the sidelines being a sniper, acting like Deadshot when he's fighting parademons.
No, man, but DC, those two movies.
No, that's Joss Whedon. That's Joss Whedon.
No,
that was on Joss Whedon.
No, those two movies had potential to be really good, but they just got really sad.
But I think that would have built to a crescendo though. Like, Superman would have came back in Justice League. It was supposed to be a Superman trilogy. So we would have got the Superman we all wanted. I just think we should have let him finish his trilogy, then fire him after the first Justice League.
Yeah, that's so weird. All right. What's your favorite DC movie though?
Oh, I said it earlier. Probably my favorite. Live action though, right?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite live action. That's a little bit tougher because I really did like Batman vs Superman because I was a big Ben Affleck Batman guy. Like, I really liked his Batman, and I think he was a great Bruce Wayne. He is what I vision when I think of the Dark Knight Returns storyline being portrayed in real life.
Even over the Dark Knight, dude.
I didn't say it was better. I just said it's my favorite.
Okay.
Because we might never see Batman and Superman on screen together again.
I feel like the universe will not let that happen.
How long did it go without it happening? I mean, it was.
It may take another decade or so, but we are due. We will see those folks again.
Well, I can tell you what the most overrated DC movie is.
What's that?
Wonder Woman.
No, actually, because I thought that was pretty good.
I think Wonder Woman was the same thing as the other ones, except it had the all-female cast.
Yeah, which is good.
But I think it was the same story. That doesn't mean it was a better movie because it had an all-female cast, though.
No,
the reason they bash Batman vs Superman so hard is that third act, and they say it's all CGI. What is the whole Wonder Woman third act?
Yeah, that is too. But I would like to say Wonder Woman was good for being groundbreaking, for it being like it was. Because think about this. It's the same level as Black Panther, too. It was groundbreaking on that level.
Well,
and the fight scenes were better.
What? No. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. The only fight scene Wonder Woman had was better was the No Man's Land.
No Man's Land, which is awesome, which takes out all of Black Panther stuff, dude. Give me a break, man. Come on.
Black Panther did a better job with female representation than Wonder Woman. The females, and this is why I say that, those females were stronger than all the men in Black Panther. They were stronger characters than all the men. Okay, without having to overly bash men.
How were they bashing men?
Yo, the whole point of Wonder Woman, the story is men caused this war, and the woman, who is the weapon, is the one that has to save the world.
Right, but how is that bashing men though?
Because it's saying men are the reason. The basic story is that men are the reason that there's all this war. And that's why the women stay on their island by themselves, and she's the weapon.
But homie.
Or am I reading the story wrong?
But homie, isn't that true? Is it bashing if it's true?
I think people are the reason there's war and conflict.
No, dude.
And I think people heal and help people.
Got it. Let me help you out here. Let me give you this little history lesson here. Name the last time these people who started a war were women. Name one.
Okay. Counterpoint. Name a time when they ended a war.
When women ended the war?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's figure this out here.
Okay.
Was there a time when women ended the war? Well, I think there probably was. What's about women have been one of the main forces in just like preventing their sons from going to war, which is a way of ending war. Thank you very much. Women have been instrumental in helping support by making arms and military supplies for war and for peace, by being nurses and by being field doctors too, not just nurses. So that is also ending war. Thank you very much. And also, women who have not been allowed to fight in wars still fought in wars like the Civil War under the guise of being dudes, which has nothing to do with ending or starting a war, but just shows that women will participate in wars. So again, and to answer your point to when was the last time women have helped stop a war? Why do you need to stop a war if you're not the one starting it?
So here's
silent.
I didn't know if you were done yet. I wanted to make sure you got it.
The only silence I heard, the noise that I heard was my mic dropping.
No. I just wanted to make sure you were finished before I come Sandman you off the stage.
Okay, cool. Good.
So the thing about Wonder Woman is that it tried to paint Wonder Woman as in every aspect of Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor's relationship, she was shown as his superior, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But when it was time for Steve Trevor to have his big moment, which he should have had because he was a really good character, it was kind of taken from him. Why couldn't he have that moment?
It wasn't about him.
But no, that moment was about him. That moment was about him. That's the reason she goes crazy.
Dude,
that's the whole reason she goes crazy. That's when the CGI kicks in.
I think that is a very subjective thing because I feel like he had his moment. That super big close-up of him, that extreme close-up of him, and that and the tear. Oh God, dude, that you have some internal thing happening, which is just you don't like Wonder Woman, which or you may not like Steve Trevor. I feel like it's more like you may not like Steve Trevor.
No, I think Steve Trevor's great. I don't like Wonder Woman.
So see, but here I'm just telling you, he had his moment, and again, dude, I personally enjoyed Wonder Woman.
I think it was just overhyped, man. It was just overhyped to me. I think it was overhyped because it was an all-woman movie.
Scott, regular Scott, hear your words when you say that.
Before you continue, I don't want this to come off as me being this woman basher, man, because I don't have a problem with women being in power. I love Atomic Blonde. I love Kill Bill. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that to come off like that. I just think Wonder Woman is one of those movies that's overrated because it's an all women's movie.
I want to say this to you, and hear me now. and let's get the Twitterverse out there, and let's get some polls out there, or let's just get facts out there. Is that not the same thing as people being overly hyped about Black Panther because it was an all black cast talking about Africa? That's the point of the movies.
But the thing about Black Panther is that story was relevant. What story in Wonder Woman was relevant?
Women's suffrage.
Hold on. What women's suffrage happened in Wonder Woman?
As in like women's rights for equality, that kind of thing. Women's suffrage, not women's suffering, but women's suffrage.
But that wasn't a story in Wonder Woman. It was an
underlying story. It was about equality and women's rights, dude. It was.
No,
and you forget about the first arc of the story where you see how all these women were interacting when they were living in Themyscira, which is like Amazon. So come on, man, give it up. Give it up.
You didn't tell me anything. Like what? There was no story that was relevant to today in Wonder Woman the same way there was in Black Panther.
What relevant story did you get out of Black Panther?
The relevant story I got out of Black Panther is that we can help other black people, but we're choosing not to. We have the resources to help the inner city, but we're choosing not to.
Okay, so you didn't see a point out of Wonder Woman being that women working together can make more things out of peace and just like maternity
I think peace
over
is
fraternity.
The wrong word.
Well,
they're a warrior race.
Okay, hold on, but you didn't get that women being together and working together is more of maternity than men causing war and fraternity. You didn't get that?
Not as much as I got it from that the Black Panther security system.
Well, I'm just saying
his whole security team was more. I got more of that from them than I did from Wonder Woman.
What did you not get from the first beginning when they were all training in their life in Themyscira? What didn't you see of that?
I mean, what was I supposed to see? What was I supposed to see from that?
Okay, so what did you see from Black Panther's bodyguards that you did not see from Themyscira? Talk to me.
They didn't have to say a word and be the most intimidating figures on the screen. They demanded respect without having to like overly hit you in the head that, hey, these women are some BAs. Like it didn't need to be shown. And that's how you make but see that's how you make things like a regular thing instead of a big deal. It shouldn't be a big deal. Black Panther shouldn't have been a big deal. That's real talk. Like it shouldn't be a big deal. And the more we make these things like this huge deal, the less that it feels norm. Like it should be normal that we have an all black superhero movie. That should be normal.
Shouldn't it be normal that we have a female director that directs a all female a mostly all female movie?
Yes, that's my point. That is my point.
So
it should not be a big.
So the point being, when we don't have these things, we should celebrate these things so that we get these things.
Wonder Woman's not the first, though. Black Panther wasn't the first. Like these aren't the first. Like,
but you're
like
missing the point.
Neither of them are the first, and we're celebrating them like they're the first.
They're
not the first. This is not the first woman to star in a superhero flick.
Yeah, but hold on, you're missing the overlying point. The overlying point, in my humble opinion, which doesn't amount to much, so I just want to say that first of all, is this: Black Panther and Wonder Woman. They were the first. They were the first in the fact that they made a buku lot of money, which was not expected from an all-black cast, director, starring movie, from an all-female cast, director, starring movie. And so that happening, it's all the big hype and the big deal. The white people get upset, which I don't understand. Not saying you, but why people get upset, which I don't understand, is that It's about letting people have a chance to have a door open for them. People call this for static and craziness when they're just like, oh, it shouldn't be a big deal, but it should be a big deal because it's never been allowed.
But when you make it a big deal, like I feel like the movie gets overrated.
No,
I
you
feel
know
like
what?
Wonder
You know
Woman
what?
as a movie is overrated, and it
You know
would
what?
be very hard.
But
for us
Wonder
to change my
Woman, but
mind.
Wonder Woman as a movie should be celebrated for the nuance of that it was, and the money that it made, and how it was. Because usually people don't let you do that.
It should be celebrated, but that doesn't mean it was a good movie.
I
You
thought it
can
was a good
celebrate
movie.
You can celebrate a bad movie and it become a cult classic.
That's cool. I agree, but I want to say I want to go on the record to say that I like Wonder Woman. I thought that was a good movie.
I won't be seeing Wonder Woman 1982 or 1985 or whatever year it is until
Let
it
me
comes
say
out.
this.
Until it comes out on I'll wait for like the third or fourth week when the theater's empty.
I will say this. I will be out there watching that movie going, please show Linda Carter. That's all I got to say.
I would be so much more inclined to see a Black Widow movie, a Shuri movie, any of them over Wonder Woman.
Yeah, man. I'm not trying to be hateful or anything, but apparently your DC bias is showing.
Why is my DC bias showing?
Oh, because everything you just said has been some straight up Marvel love.
Just in the women. I think absolutely. I think Marvel does a much better job with their women than DC does. I think Black Widow is a much stronger representation of a woman than Wonder Woman is.
You were going to sit here and tell all of our listening audience that Power Girl with her over exaggerated tatas is not a great example of a woman. I'm totally kidding. That was a joke.
Yeah, I was going to say. Okay. All right. Just making sure. I was just checking because, yeah, you never know.
Yeah. I mean, DC, I'm sitting here on my last breath trying to defend you guys. What the fuck, man?
There you go. So. Hey, man.
Come on,
So that's how I feel about Wonder Woman.
Hey, look, young Scott, I'm going to give it to you. Wonder Woman, the movie, I love it. It's great. But when you come to those characters, man, Marvel has much stronger characters than DC does.
Absolutely.
And all they ever try and do is just throw out Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Batgirl, Black Canary, and then they're like, we ain't got nothing else.
Oh, they don't. Well, they got Captain Marvel coming out, but I'm not really looking forward. I think I just have a problem.
Captain Marvel DC?
I'm sorry for Captain Marvel and Marvel. Oh yeah, well, kinda Shazam. He was Captain Marvel, or
Woman, female characters, dude. Stay on page.
No, Shazam is coming out soon for DC.
Right, but I was talking about like DC women. That's all they got.
Oh. Well, they got Black Canary.
I said Black Canary. Like I said, man, stay on page, man.
You said Black Canary. Black Canary.
Black Canary. Wonder Woman. Power Girl. Batgirl. And then that's all they ever have. They can throw out some supplemental people like Lady whatever, but they fail in their characters. Oh, and Harley Quinn too.
Harley Quinn's gonna be pretty popular for a while. Starfire is probably gonna pick up a little bit.
Oh, because of Titans.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, it's great, man. And when we finish the show, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, actually, we don't have too much more. Let's wrap up with this. Who has the better animated game, would you say? I guess there's no question. So let's do it this way.
Come on, man. You know this, dude.
Yeah,
What's up?
Yeah.
Why would you even ask that?
Marvel live action or DC animated?
Damn it.
And look, I didn't prepare any of this stuff, so that was just off the top. So I don't really have an answer either before you flip it.
I'm going to say this. I love this is me personally, I love animation. So I'm a DC animation game is tight.
Wow.
Yeah,
so you're picking the that's going to be a Twitter poll, and that I don't know which one I'm gonna side with. That's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna put that one up. That one I know we're recording this show and it's gonna come out at a later date, but I might put that one up early and just.
Hey, and also when people are thinking about the DC game, don't forget about Gods and Monsters, the alt version of Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Justice League.
That's a good one.
Yeah, don't forget about that, man. And don't forget about all the showcase ones too.
The Dark Knight Returns.
Well, the Jonah Hexes, and I want people to think about this too. Well, no, but like the Spectrum, Jonah Hexes, all those little ones, the Shazam one, and also the 75th and the 75th anniversary of Batman, that little short 2-minute clip that they did. And then also the animated game, you got to think of all the little DC shorts that they put on Cartoon Network. Them things are cool. All that stuff is available on DC Universe too, by the way.
Yo, are you like, I feel like you're trying to get a free subscription from DC Universe for all the plugs you do for them.
DC Universe, holler at your boys, or go let me be on Titans, dude. Come on, man.
Who would you play on Titans?
Oh, Scott, why are you going to ask these questions? I would be a young cyborg. I would be an old cyborg. You could be Icon. See, I would do an Icon, Cyborg, or
you would be Lucius Fox.
Lucius Fox.
You would be my Lucius. Gig. Hey, you would be right on point for you'd be like a hip 50, 60-year-old Lucius Fox.
Yeah, give me Lucius, or they could give me some Black Lightning stuff too, man. Yeah, I know he's already playing in CW.
They can't do too much now.
Well,
look, let me tell you this about Titans. We're getting Donna Troy in the next episode.
Mr. Spoiler alert, but anyway.
Well, I mean, it's on the universe, so you'll see it when you look for your episodes.
Dude,
that's the name of the episode, Donna Troy. So
isn't that series awesome,
bro? It's great. I am all in on Titans. We are 100% going to do a full episode on Titans because there's a lot to break down.
We're gonna do a show on it's so good.
It really, Dick Grayson is unbelievable. Like, I'm watching this guy in awe sometimes when he starts going to work. His fight scenes are so good, and he moves so fast.
Not to do the spoiler alert stuff, but the show called Hawk and Dove.
Yeah.
You know when he disappears, he goes back and becomes Robin, and he takes on that one dude.
He definitely clips him. Hey, and look, in that episode, when you see the three of them like in perfect harmony.
Oh, just fighting! Isn't that cool? It's so cool, dude.
And let me say this. This will be the last thing. Then we'll go to our final blow. Let me say this. Every single woman that has seen Dick Grayson has thrown themselves at this man, and it is getting to the point where it's like, I feel like every woman that he encounters, he knocks down. Every one.
Well, except for the motel owner, except for the motel manager. Good God, dude.
Well, that's only because she came too late. If she would have been like 30, 45 minutes earlier and beat Starfire in there, she might have got lucky.
Man, that cat, dude.
Hey, look, he's smooth though, man. Like, he don't be trying. He just
the brooding troubled boy.
He's amazing. Like
the brooding troubled bad boy.
Uncle Oz, this round of applause is for you because you were correct. Dick Grayson from Titans is someone that I can be proud of.
Dick is not a bitch, dude. He's awesome.
He's amazing.
But no. Just to say again, the show has been really super tight, dude. I look forward to season 2. I've been amazed.
Keep an eye on you, Oz, is from where you're at in the show. Keep an eye on Beast Boy and Raven. I'll just say that.
Oh boy, here we go.
Things are not like them two together, like hooking up or nothing, but just like you're about to start seeing them start coming into their own.
Yeah, see, because he made a perfect point where he was just like, spoiler alert, sorry everybody, where he was just like, I do this because it's the easiest form for me to do right now.
No. He said he does that because that's the one that he's most familiar with, because that's his favorite animal.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Well, no.
Yes,
Actually, no. I guess you're right. I guess if that's his favorite animal, it probably would make it the easiest for him to transform into, because he would know it the best. So I guess you're right.
Right.
Actually. You're right.
So which always goes back to, I think stuff for him, which maybe I'm wrong, is probably based off of him and the ability of his imagination too.
Oh, he's got a lot more going for him than he knows, and Raven starts getting pretty nasty too. So.
Well, I will probably be watching that show.
Yeah, now you need to go ahead and catch up and get ready, because Thursday or Friday, whenever it comes out, man, I'm all in. I'm paying the $8 a month, so I'm all in. Actually, I might just go ahead and cancel that and just pay for the year.
Hey, we know some family members who went ahead and paid for that whole year.
Yeah, we talked about that over Thanksgiving. We got a couple family members just went ahead and dropped that real quick.
Yeah, so it is worth it. Let me tell you that much. But anyway, okay, all right.
Final blow time. Oz, what you got for the final blow?
Oh man, I don't know, man.
Hey, look, do not say Titans.
Yeah, no.
That has been your final blow every week. You've already plugged them today.
Let me tell you something. I got you on the same page, so that my work is done. My final blow, man. My final blow is going to be. I know it's a couple months, and here I'm going to be hype on this too. Young Justice Outsiders. It's creeping up on us. It is creeping.
Yeah, you said
it's
that.
Creeping,
you said
dude.
that last show too, but that's okay.
I know. I'm just letting everybody know it's creeping. And so once we get this, I'm like, you know what my final blow is? Man, shout out to Regular Scott. Regular Scott, always crew. Hooked me up with about 20 comics of Reboot DC. Been skimming through all those. About to read Grayson tonight, but I've been devouring Planetary, which is Image. Wildstorm, but Planetary. So reading up on, just getting back in my comic book groove. So it's all good. That's all I got, man.
For my final blow, shout out to Books A Million. They selling dollar comics right now. I went and picked up 20 of them bad boys the other day.
And I'm reading all of them.
I'm going to probably get 20 more sometime this week. No, maybe not 20. I don't know if my wife might be like, "All right, dude. I know they're $1 an issue, but let's not get out of hand there. All right, let's keep it real.
That's still a deal, man.
It's a great deal. I mean, I'm probably gonna get at least a few more. And then my other final blow is we're definitely gonna have some episodes out for you guys. Sundays at 9:00 they should be dropping. You know, I kind of dropped the ball the other week. One came out at like 5 p.m. So that's on me. That's on me. Oz told me about myself, so I figure I just put myself on blast on the pod. That's on me.
Yeah, you should, man, because I'm going to make sure Regular Scott keeps very regular hours for the podcast.
Yeah, that one's on me. So, I also, this is something for you guys to look out for. Oz and myself are going to be going to an early screening of Aquaman. We'll be going December 15th. Movie doesn't come out till the 21st. Don't ask me how, but your boy is just I'm like that. So here we go.
Yes, he is, and I'll be watching happily.
Yeah, so we'll be checking out Aquaman. I'm trying to get V's to go. He ain't too sure. I'm trying to get him to go. hopefully we can get this man to go. But we're going to have something special for y'all, and we might even have a little guest on for that episode when we talk about Aquaman, and that would be a lot of fun. But all right, so that's all we got. I told you this was just going to be a freestyle episode. We didn't really have a topic, but we talked for an hour and a half. So we did our job. All right, Oz, tell everyone we'll talk to them next time.
Hey, yo, everybody, thanks for listening. And as usual, peace and chicken grease.
Yep, peace and chicken grease. It's your boy, Regular Scott. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Radio Public, TuneIn Radio. What else? Spreaker, Defy Life website. Shout out Defy Life. You can find us on all those platforms. Check us out. Follow us on Twitter, Need for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. Y'all have a good time. We're going to have a good time until we talk to y'all next time. Peace.